Hello YouTube, Bus696 here on Harris' channel, and we're pretty much doing a video swap. I'm going to upload something to his channel and he's going to upload something to my channel, so definitely go check that out, and definitely subscribe to his channel also. So, today I'm going to be talking about the new ban list and the upcoming format and what I think is going to be good and bad and blah blah blah, what mediocre and stuff. First, my thoughts on the ban list. When I first saw it, I was like really annoyed, because I was playing windups and Zamite got hit to one, and I was like, great, that's just windups dead. But yeah, like YCS wrong to prove that I was wrong, and I realised I was wrong like a couple of days after the ban list was announced, because I started testing windups with one Zamite and he was still broken. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. Everything else was pretty good. The hit injectors, I must admit, they kind of just destroyed injectors, but in my opinion that's quite good, because they just it wasn't fair for the game injectors. People didn't play certain cards because of injectors. Like Thunder King was a terrible card. It was an amazing card, but because of injectors it was terrible. Traps like Deep Prison, Mirror Force, Bottomless, they were all amazing cards, but because of injectors they were terrible. So in my opinion, the injectors going was a pretty good idea. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, a couple of new cool stuff came back, and I think we're gonna have a pretty interesting format. So now I'm gonna talk about the decks that I think are gonna be like good. The stuff on the top is this is stuff that I think is gonna be like tier 1.52, and this is gonna be tier 1. So I'm gonna start with Dino Rabbit. I did have rabbits, but I traded them away, so I'll have to use the Lagia for now. But I think Dino Rabbit still has the potential of topping like YCSs in big events. It's still a really good deck. It's just really like slow. It's slow. It's not as slow as like, I don't know, slow decks, but it is quite slow, and it's still good. It still does what Rabbit does. It still creates it can create a first turn Lagia or a first turn Dolka with a lot of back row. So it's still a really good deck. I think it can be tier 2. Chaos Dragons, even though Chaos Sorcerer got hit to 1, which in my opinion is actually not a bad idea, because that way they're stopping like Chaos decks, which was kind of annoying, like losing your stuff to stop their Chaos monsters. But I think Chaos Dragons is still playable. You can play it like my friend Harry. He came up with searching Judgment Dragon with Wyvern, which is a really good idea. So you can still play Chaos Dragons, but with more of like Swan engine kind of thing. So yeah, plants. I think plants are still playable. Harry and Chris, they both came up with a really good build. It's like Valley plants, which Harry's going to upload to my channel. So definitely check that out. I think plants are still playable. It's still a good deck, and it still does what it's meant to do, just swarm the field. It's just like Rabbit. It's not as stronger, not as fast, but it is still a good deck. Psychics, well, not psychics, but it's like the deck that Jeff Jones played. I think that's Teledad 2.0, because it pretty much does the same thing. You're using E-Tellies and stuff to just fuel your grave for Grand Soil, which is pretty much the dad. So I can see that deck coming. At the moment I'd put it at tier 2, but I can see it being tier 1 in the future. Simply because the deck is like really good. So yeah, I can see it being the next Taylor Dad. So then I think some kind of rock stun kind of deck is going to be good. With the new rock support, Block Golem's amazing. It's like a Rescue Rabbit on crack. Well, not on crack, but it is really good. And I can see like rock stun being a really good deck and a pain in the ass to play against. I didn't have anything Dark World, so just pretend this is a graph, alright guys. So I can see that Dark Worlds are also really good. Dark Worlds are always going to be good, as long as Graph is still around and Gates is still around, Snow, it's always going to be good. So yeah, it can create some devastating plays, but the fact that D-Fissure is at 3 and Macro's at 3 kind of stops them. So like, what I'm trying to say is, it's a really good deck, game 1, but game 2 and 3 are really easy sided against, so I can't see it doing that well, but it's still a really good deck. Yeah. On to tier 1. Definitely Windups, I say, is the best deck. it's just the ability to swarm and just OTK from 2 cards is too good. It's amazing in my opinion. So yeah, I can see windups being definitely the best deck. Gears, they are also amazing. They swarm, and just like if you haven't played against them or with them, you'll never know how good they are. You have to test them. They're amazing. I tested a deck a couple of weeks ago and I loved it. But there's only like a couple of things that put me off. It's System Down and Cyber Dragon or Chimera Tech. They're the only 2 cards that put me off not playing the deck. But again, I guess you can side removal stuff, or play removal stuff. But yeah, and then lastly, Heroes. I think Heroes are gonna be amazing in this format. Because especially now, because windups have like kind of risen again because of YCS. People are gonna start siding in play Max C's and Veilers and stuff to stop them. So Heroes are going to make a comeback. This is always going to be a loop, in my opinion. Windups will be the best deck, everyone will side in hand traps, this will turn into the best deck. And then everyone will stop maining hand traps, this will be the best deck. And then, but it'll keep going back and forth like last format. So yeah, that's what I can see happening. So they're like the decks I think are going to be good this format. This is definitely tier 1, and they're like tier 1.52. And yeah, most people stopped playing Veiler and started playing Max C. I don't like Veiler anymore. I play Max C now because Max C's a lot better. But it depends, because I don't know. I think Max C's better. It's just player preference really. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment and subscribe. Check out my channel. Definitely subscribe to Harry. So yeah. YCS Sheffield next week, can't wait. So, see you later, guys. Peace.